So he probably told you the story, I don't know, but he came up to Vancouver a couple of months ago and forced me into a sound booth and forced me to play a song for him. And it was Simple Man, but it was done up here, so it was... Mama told me when I was young to sit beside me, my only son. Listen closely to what I say. If you do this, it'll help you some sunny day. Forget your lust, a rich man's gold. All that you need is in your soul. You can do this, oh baby, if you try. And be a simple kind of man. Be someone you love and understand. Be a simple kind of man. Would you do this for me, son, if you can? So you'll hear that on his new album. So the funny thing about that is, he came up and he was like, "Hey, listen, I want you to let's do a song together on the new album." I was like, all right. I'm sure he asked me after a few cocktails, and I was like, "Yeah, let's do that." Then like 2 months later, he called and said, "All right, you ready to do that song?" Huh? What? I don't. What do you mean? He said, "What did you think about, what song you want to cover?" I'm like, no. He's like, "All right." I'm like, "Well, which one do you want?" He's like, He's like, "It's totally up to you. Whatever you want to do. Let's do that." And I was like, all right. Well, I guess I'll think about it." He's like, "All right, cool. I'll be up there in a couple of weeks." I'm like, all right. So a couple of weeks goes by. I've been like listening to the radio and trying to like go through some of my old, iTunes library and try to find something that I thought would be cool and be easy to do. Thinking the whole time that Jason was going to do most of the heavy lifting, I would just kind of maybe sing backup. So he shows up in Vancouver and he's like, "All right, what are we doing?" And I'm like, I don't know. I literally don't have any song. So for a whole day, we just sat there trying to figure out what we were going to do. And then at a certain point, I don't know why I put the Stop the Capo on the thing, and I just was like, and he's like, "What's that?" I'm like, it's just a simple band. I've done it before with Loud and Sway, and whatever. He's like, "With the whole band?" I was like, "Yeah." "What are we gonna do?" And he's like, "Well, let me hear it." And so I was like, "Mama told me when I was young." And he's like, "That's it." Like, what do you mean? He's like, that's right there. That's it. You and a guitar sing that song the way you just did it. I was like, oh, well, why didn't you just say so? We could have been done with this. So that's what we did. So anyway, I think it sounds cool. I haven't heard it. Jason hasn't. He's been probably auto-tuning the hell out of me. Hey, I don't pretend to be something I'm not, all right? I don't pretend to be something I'm not. So, yeah. Where were we? Did I kill enough time? Are we 5 minutes? 5 minutes, okay. Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
My question is, we saw Dean in season 11 having, like, freaking out when he was, like, meeting his favorite wrestler, and then the scene where he was alone. So my question is, there's something or someone you're fan of that have you had this kind of behavior like Dean had?
No. And if there was, I would never admit it. I will say that when seeing famous people, I generally try to avoid them. And not because it's like, ugh, but it's like, oh my God, there's Tom Hanks. I gotta go. I'm just gonna walk away. Yeah, for some reason, it's always baffled me, the people that can walk up right up to me and ask for a picture, you know? Like, I don't know why, I'm like, I could never do that. It's great, I mean, I don't mind it happening to me, so it's fine, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why that is. It probably stems from the fact that I have met certain people who I admired, and they've kind of let me down. So I'm like, I would rather just think of, like, for instance, so one of my favorite artists right now is Sturgill Simpson, right? Some of you may have heard of him. I've seen him play live, I think, 3 times this past year. I had no desire to meet the guy. Like, none. Like, if he came and walked up, he's like, hey, Jensen, I'm Sturgill. I'd be like, good to meet you, see ya. Because for some reason, like, I don't want his music anything to taint that. And, you know, he might be cool. He might be super cool and be great, but then his art would change for me. And so that's, I think, one of the reasons why I would never allow myself to be, oh my God, it's Sturgill Simpson, oh my God, give me a Although maybe it might happen like that, I don't know. I might just, you know. Oh my God, it's Mark Sheppard! Has Mark told you about the way that I read his lines? So, I read all of my, when I'm reading a script, I read it all, always, for some reason, I'm always by myself, and I read it aloud. A lot of times I do that for me so I can think of different ways to do my lines. For some weird reason, when I'm reading the stage direction, you know, like the boys enter into the police precinct and walk up to the counter. I always read that in an Australian accent for some reason. Don't know why. And no, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. But whenever I get to Crowley's lines, I don't know why. This is just how I hear it. Oh, hello, Dane. to ya.
What's this, Irish Cockney?
It's like this weird amalgamation of like a leprechaun meets Monty Python. That's just how he sounds in my head. And it's very entertaining. And I make myself laugh doing it. Thank you, Mr. Sheppard, for bringing me such joy. 7 years it's been going on. 7 years? You don't say. Cheerio. I do add little like British, euphemisms into your line. Just pepper them in. Just a little there, little here. See? Frosted Lucky Charms, they're magically delicious. I can't, they'll snap. All right, I gotta go. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just eating up your time right now. Hey, I was given a concert a minute ago for some stupid reason. Yeah. Simple Man. But like, just like I was doing in the green room a minute ago. All right, well, love you all. I'll see you in a few. Thank you. I'm handing you over to Mr. Mark Sheppard, ladies and gentlemen. All right, yeah. Hello. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna show like that.